It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And remember, when he came out of college, he left early. So a lot of people weren't really paying attention to this young man, but he was entrusted with a leadership role early in his NFL career and didn't shy away from it. His goal, continue to prove that there should have been one more quarterback that went in the first round of the 2021 draft.
First play, Mills looking to pass. He gets this one, and right away he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The numbers for White a week ago: 19 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Runs over him.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Again, Patterson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. And they bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle.
A stop made defensively by Mike Edwards.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
Touchdown!
Khalil Shakir.
His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Mills.
This will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
Mills.
That's complete to White. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
First down, Mills. He's got White here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
On play action, Mills. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Patterson running between the tackles. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Holding, offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here's Patterson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Allen off the play fake. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 87 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. He completes it right side to White. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Mills on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Patterson on the draw play, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen.
Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Up the middle they go. Patterson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
They'll run with Patterson.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Toss left side, Patterson.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Throwing on 2nd down, Allen. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Allen. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On play action, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Patterson is into the end zone. Touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Bass on for the extra point.
And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Off the play fake, Mills. Got it. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On third down, here's Mills. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So out come the Bucs now. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw again on second down. Mills. Here's White. They set up the screen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 6 yards left on second down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. That's complete right around the 8. And the Bucs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Mills to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deontay Johnson. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On first down, Allen. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 27, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Quick slant to Shakir.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Allen to throw once more.
Completes to Shakir once again.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A final shot before half for Allen.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead as that one's gone to halftime. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Justin Herbert, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Broncos on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, on the other side, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First down, Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. From the 27, Mills. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Working out of the gun, Mills. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down, here's White. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Throwing, Mills.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From midfield, here's Allen.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Allen.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Patterson. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Play action now, Mills. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They run straight ahead here with White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Mills now. That's complete to White. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Mills. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Complete right side to Otten. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Mills on first down. This one taken in by Otten. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now back to the ground game with White.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. From the gun, here's Mills.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll go up the middle with White. And he stopped immediately there. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Isaiah Hodgins
from 6 yards away.
And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Allen off the play fake. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff running through the middle.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Third down, here's Patterson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Once more, they turn to Patterson.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Patterson running between the tackles. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From the 6. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
This is caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 13 yards out. And the Beats are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Talk about two sides of the ball and cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Mills. And that one complete to Hodgins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Mills. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Brooklyn, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the